My dad asked me all the time when I was 10, 11 years old, hey, do you want to be the best? And it's like, yeah, but what does that even mean to an 11-year-old? And I grew up in the Apple Valley wrestling system, but then once I got to high school, my dad kind of took a step back from it. So I kind of decided, like, hey, this is my passion, this is what I love to do, and if I love it and have a passion for it, why not do the best I can at it? Coming out of high school, I went to the University of Iowa. Things didn't go quite according to plan. I had a night where I made some mistakes that, I definitely, take full responsibility for, and ended up making the decision that, I'm going to move on from the University of Iowa and just try something else out. I was actually just working at Target, selling cell phones, not wrestling. I honestly thought I was just going to end up going to community college around home, get some sort of degree and start working. One day I was at work and my aunt decided to come in and have some lunch, and she basically had me remember, my passion for wrestling, remember why I started wrestling. It was like, hey, I love wrestling. It's something I've loved my whole life. It's something that I'm good at, that I enjoy, and that I got to give this one more try.
He calls me and says, hey, I'm Seth Gross. I'm looking for a home. So I basically said, hey, come down, let's talk face to face. He shows up in my office and he looks me dead in my eye and says, you'll never have trouble for me ever again.
I got really close with Bono and Reader very quick, and I think a lot of that has to do with, that I didn't really have many options left for wrestling, and, they gave me an opportunity that not a lot of places were willing to give me. First year at South Dakota State, I had a losing record. I got pinned by a JUCO kid.
When we first got Seth, he's not the Seth that he is now. I think he even contemplating quitting.
So in 2017, I was a runner-up at the national tournament. I was able to, in 2018, go back out there, and some crazy matches that year too, but I ended up getting the job done. And it was just a really cool feeling to do something that you've been working since you're 5 or 6 years old to do.
When we have talked about his goals and his dreams and all that stuff, and then for me to pick up and leave, it was hard. It was very, very hard.
The game plan, obviously, when Coach Bono left was, hey, I'm gonna finish out my career here at South Dakota State. I've been having recurring back issues my entire wrestling career. My back really just got to the point where this is terrible. I can barely get up in the morning and stand up straight. I got to do something about it.
All right, he's back. He's going to win a national title. Then I see, he's in a hospital bed.
I had a spinal fusion in my L4, L5 lumbar. Kind of crazy procedure. They went in through my belly, kind of moved everything around in there. Just the relationship I had with Coach Bono, it was honestly one of the toughest times. I couldn't have any contact with him for that whole year, and he's a guy that I was used to talking to every single day.
This is my friend. This is a guy that we love, and he's having back surgery and his career may be over. I remember I was walking in the hallway. I pulled my phone out because it made a noise, and there must have been 30 text messages from people around the country saying, hey, Gross is in the portal. And I didn't know what to think. John and I drive up there. We haven't really, we haven't seen him, and it was, there were some tears going on. And I'll never forget this. He goes, I don't even know if I want to wrestle collegiate anymore. I don't know if I'm gonna get a 6th year, and I don't know what's gonna happen. And and it wasn't the same guy that I talked to. He was down and out. Again, I personally felt awful for what he had gone through. Come on, this is where we win. I remember one time I was wrestling him, and I looked up, and everybody that was taking a little break were staring at us. I knew right then and there this guy's elevating the program. Seth Gross!
I've been writing down my goals since I was 5, 6, 7 years old. That's something my dad always told me to do is, hey, what are your goals? Still to this day, every time I write down my goals, first thing I do is I send it to my dad and show him my goals, just because it's just something we've always done. First thing, everybody picks up their phone in the morning. Obviously, that's my screensaver right there. It's on my walls. I got it taped up everywhere. Every day when I go lift weights, it's on my weight card. I have it written down: 2020 Olympic champ, 2020 national champ. The more you see something over and over, the more you start to believe it yourself. Things could have gone a lot of different directions in my career. I could still be working at Target selling cell phones. I could be, just going to community college. Every little piece of Madison has been perfect.